Good morning, guys. It is Daily Shot of Shari, and I am in my cheerleading uniform from high school. I just did a post on my wall. I'm doing 30 days of things you don't know about me or things I want you to know about me, and today was the fact that I was the captain of my cheerleading squad. I know it's so surprising because I'm so quiet and demure regularly. So I promised that I'm going to wear my cheerleading outfit for all my calls today because I want to. So yesterday in the thread, people were writing about things that they used to do when they were little. And my question for you today is, when you read back that list, or whether you posted or you just thought about it when you read the question, is all of the things that you used to like to do you do any of them anymore? Do you do any of the things that you like to do as a kid, either as a hobby, as a practice, as a stress reliever? Most of us don't. And that's the thing everyone, so many people pointed out they wanted more fun and frolics in their life, but then they don't go back to the things that they always love to do. Most people will then the more adventurous people will go and say, okay, I'm going to jump out of the plane. That's awesome. There's an adrenaline rush for 5 minutes, and then you come back down and you're back down at your regular status, and you're not creating an environment in your life where fun and frolics and adventure and curiosity can continue to come into play. So instead of us always looking for another new answer, we even do it not only in business and in life, but we do it in our own creativity. Is, I have to go learn a new skill. There needs to be a new hobby. I need to go find a new exercise class. I have to go read a book because that's what everyone told me to do. Instead of constantly looking outside of ourselves to find the answers for the things that we want, what if we built a habit in our playing curiosity of going back to what we used to like to do? Because what we do when we do that is we listen to our intuition. Whether you're woo or not, you know automatically when you like something. But as an adult, moving from when we were children, we forget what we like. We forget to bring it with us, and we think it's not okay, or it's childish, or it's naive, or it's a waste of time because we have so many more important things to focus on. But then you're leaving your essence back there. And then when you try to do new things, when you want to learn new skills, when you want to push forward in your business, when you want to be brave in your relationships, you don't have your inner essence, which is what drove you when you were little, in order to accomplish those things. So that's why we get this adrenaline rush to try something, and then we drop out of either overwhelm or frustration, or we get bored very easily. It's because we're trying to do something outside of our regular way. So I want to encourage you to take a look at the list that you wrote of things you liked to do when you were little. If you haven't written it yet, you can go back to yesterday's Shot of Shari and post it, or just do it in your own head. Doesn't matter to me. And go back to, what about what you liked when you were little? Why did you like it? Why did it mean so much to you? And how can you bring it in now? So I always loved art. I still do love art. But there's certain things that I don't like. I don't like fine art. I found that out trying fine art, and I didn't like it. I don't like being in a class. I don't like when it's supposed to look a certain way. So I took what I used to like, and now at almost 43, I do it my way. If I'm in the mood, I'll go down. I have where I film downstairs in my basement. I have my art studio. I'll go do something. It's not for anyone. I don't have to sell it like I used to. No one else has to see it. But to capture the essence of the fun and frolics that you used to have, find the feeling and recreate it in your life now. What can that look like? Because it's not about what it was. It's not about, well, I'm not good at basketball, so I'm not going to play anymore. You know, we're taught in our societies that as children, unless you can master something, move on. If you're not the best chess player, you're never going to make the chess team, so don't bother. If you're not the best dancer, don't try out for the dance team. It doesn't matter if you can master it. It's for you. It's something that drives a spark in you to have more fuel to do things more your way, to stop asking permission from everybody else, and use the feeling to go find what it is, create that spark in yourself, and then use the spark to focus on your life, on your business, on your relationships. Because it's not about the activity, it's about the feeling that lights up inside of you. And from that changed state, you can do anything. You can plow through the to-do list, which you find boring. You can make phone calls that you're scared of. You can face conversations that you may not feel ready for. You can go on a live stream in your high school cheerleading outfit because I don't give a shit anymore. I finally remembered how I like to feel when I'm playful, which I had completely forgotten about. So I was just being a regular grown-up muggle, not well either, I might add. And then I wasn't really being me, and I certainly wasn't being like everyone else. So I was kind of like being nothing. And that's when my body started aching. Things were falling apart in my life because I wasn't listening to any of it. So it's about rerouting and turning the mirror inwards and saying, forget what everyone else thinks, if it's okay or not. If you can weave in what ifs and curiosity and adventure and playfulness back into everyday life, even for a few minutes a day, it changes all the tasks you think you're supposed to do to get where you say you want to go. If I'm not good at something straight away, I usually give up. I have to be the best. I can't help it. We're all like that, Claire, because it's how we were taught. Like, why would you bother wasting energy on something if you're not going to be good at? We're taught that from a young age. We do it to our kids. If my son isn't good at trying out for the hockey team, to save him from pain when he was little, I'd be like, you know what, sweetie, why don't we try tennis instead? You know what he did? He mastered both hockey and tennis because he was a little kid and he didn't give a shit. My adultness, I put on him because I didn't want him to feel rejection. Sometimes that rejection or that fear of not being good enough drives us to go do something better, to better ourselves, to practice more, to test our boundaries, to find out what's behind it, to see what's stopping us. But yet we don't bring it into our adult life. And that's why I think Fun and Frolics runs everything else, because you're being the most you that you want to be without even thinking about it. You don't have to plan it. This isn't something that you can read 15 books and master. You just go back inside and remember who you are, and then you turn it and use it in every area of your life. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to affect your ROI day one, but it'll certainly make you show up differently every day in your work, which will definitely magnetize people to your work. Sorry, storage almost full again every time I get on one of these. It's not about worrying if it's going to change the last bit of the story, but it's about creating the most you that you can so you can bring yourself as fully to whatever it is you do. I'm going to keep it short today because I don't want to overwhelm you. I would love to hear your thoughts about this. And think of, from what you wrote yesterday, what you could start doing in your life. Yeah, we all don't have time. Yeah, we don't have the money to go do extra stuff. I hear all the excuses. I am spending my workday in my cheerleading outfit, okay? That didn't cost me anything. It didn't change my schedule. It makes me laugh. My clients will either laugh or think I'm crazy, and I don't really give a shit, because if they have an issue with it, I mean this with love, they're not my people. So the more me I am, I promise you I'll be more on fire today because I'm dressed like this, because I've been giggling for an hour that I'm wearing an itchy sweater and very excited by the fact that it's big on me. So I'm going to go with this today. You know, I actually put lipstick on, which doesn't usually happen. I brushed my hair, which doesn't usually happen. It changes my state. Whatever it is that you can do to bring more of your spark back in, make yourself a list, even if you do it once a week. I would love to hear your takeaways, and I want to hear what you guys get up to. Have an awesome day.